Hey, this is Dr. Tartt. I have a 10-minute word for you. I want to first start with a joke. What do you call a fake noodle? An imposter. All right, whether you found that funny or not, it was funny to me. You deserve it to yourself to laugh at least once a day. But seriously, have you ever felt like an imposter, where everyone else has a higher opinion of you than you have of yourself? And you might think, yeah, you know what? I was good in high school, but I'm not sure if it will translate to college. Or you know what? I've always wanted to be a leader, but now maybe you're a woman leader and you're wondering, is the church going to respect me now that I'm appointed the head pastor? Or maybe you're the CEO of a company. Or maybe you're an NBA athlete and you knew that you were great in college and everyone sang your praises, but now you wonder at the NBA level, are your skills going to be exposed? Everyone has those imposter moments, and it was actually studied by a psychologist by the name of Dr. Amy Cuddy, and she called it some Imposter Syndrome. And she wrote this book called Presence to teach women presence whenever they feel like they're imposters in a male-dominated workplace. And what she found by surprise was that there were millions of men worldwide that suffered from the same thing, imposter syndrome. And I want to talk to you about getting over that, because God made you phenomenally. He made you uniquely. He made you on purpose and intentionally. And when we forget that, we sometimes beat up and we judge our own selves and we don't walk into our greatness. And in days like this, we cannot afford for leaders not to walk in greatness, because we need leadership like never before. So I'm going to give you a 4-step process I learned from my pastor, Bishop Dale C. Bronner, about how to overcome doubt and how to move into success. So number 1, you have to declare. You have to declare that you want something for your life. You have to declare it. There are so many people that are afraid to declare that they want something more for their life because they don't want to be disappointed. But you know what? The legendary motivational speaker Les Brown says the graveyard is one of the richest places on the planet, because the books that were never written, dreams that were never birthed, the $1 million businesses that were never tried, the marriages that never happened, all go to the graveyard to be buried. And if you don't declare and you don't dream, you're going to wake up and you're going to be like the walking dead. Every day is going to be like time to make the donuts. You get up, you go to a job that you hate just to make money, hoping that one day you'll be happy, and you realize that you are the walking dead. My friends, that's not living. That is dying slowly every single day. So you have to do the first D. There are 4 Ds. 1 is declare. And then second, now, there's a reason why people don't want to declare. The realism is that as soon as you declare that you want something greater for your life, it's going to be followed by distress. Yes, something bad is going to happen. You're going to have some obstacles. People are going to say you can't do it. People are not going to listen to you as a woman in business. They're going to question your stamina. They're going to question your strength. They're going to question whether you can be presidential or whether you have actual authority over men. You're going to go and get drafted by the NBA, and then they're going to break down on draft night everything you don't do well. They're going to say you're too skinny, too little, can't get your shot off, too slow. Your game won't translate to the next level. You're going to go to the next level of education, from high school to college, or college to graduate school, or law school, or business school, whatever is impacting you right now, and you're not going to do well on your first exam. All right, it's not going to go your way. You're going to realize that what worked at high school doesn't necessarily translate to college. You're going to have distress, and it's actually going to hurt more than if you had never dreamed in the first place. But you know what? You need distress for the 3rd phase, which is development. In order for you to grow and develop into what you declared, you have to go through distress so that you can develop bigger muscles, so you can develop bigger skills, so that you can develop more grit. So think about working out in the gym. The only way to get bigger is to distress your muscles. So if I think about my personal trainer, who I definitely need to see more, Pamela Meyer, she's going to say, Alduan, the only way you're going to get bigger is actually put more weight on. It's not about you succeeding every time you come in here. It's about you failing and coming back the next day and not failing so much, and maybe getting the bar off a little bit bigger, or able to go on the treadmill 35 minutes versus 30. You have to continue to develop in order to get bigger and to get better. All right, and so that allows you to the fourth D, which is demonstration. Now you're able to demonstrate. This is where I could show you better than I could tell you. I told you that I was going to be a doctor. I told you in high school, and now I went through Morehouse. I went through the University of Michigan. I gritted through, and now I can demonstrate every single time I'm in the office. I'm a doctor. Every see the paper, every time I'm on television, you see a doctor, I'm able to demonstrate what it is that I declared. You know, that the NBA player I was talking about, they were talking about Steph Curry. Too little, too skinny, can't get a shot off. Game doesn't transfer to the next level. Look at him now, MVP of the league. Look at LeBron James, a little boy that moved 1,000,000 times in high school, didn't have access to his father. You know, mom had to take him every place, and look at him now. He's King LeBron James. And now you look at it. You see women leading churches all over the country. You see women leading organizations. You see a woman running for president. You see it all over the place. You see women aspiring to greatness and actually demonstrating it. And now you have little girls like my daughter that doesn't even conceive that women can't do anything. They win the Olympics. They run for president. They run businesses. And so you're able to demonstrate that. So, my friends, you have to realize that there's a process, and I had to embrace this process myself. I went to Morehouse, and I took 2 classes. I took English, and I took physics, and I thought I was going to make an A. And first physics test, I made a 23. A 23. I can tell you, up until that point, I don't think I'd ever made anything less than a B ever in life since elementary school. And here I am making a 23, and I had to ask myself, am I Morehouse material? I mean, can I compete with the other, at the time I was a physics minor, can I compete with the other physics minor from all over the world? I mean, there were brothers from Trinidad that had, you know, their educational system far superior to ours, and I was wondering whether I could cut the mustard. The professor, I won't call his name out, he even called me after class, called me up, and actually wrote a letter to my parents and questioned whether I was Morehouse material. Now, there's this thing at Morehouse where you can be a man of the house, you can be a Morehouse man. A man of the house is someone that just goes and attends, but a Morehouse man actually has the rigor, has the stamina, has the academia and the work ethic and the drive to actually finish and graduate Morehouse, and then he becomes a Morehouse man. And he was encouraging me to go to a college that maybe wasn't as rigorous. Are you serious right now? I got so upset. I was like, don't ever question how intelligent I am, but it woke me up. It woke me up. And so I studied like never before. I had grit, and the definition of grit, my friends, is where you can suck. And you wake up the next day and you study and you don't suck as much. And the next day you wake up and you don't suck as much as you did 2 days ago. And you wake up again, you don't suck as much as you did yesterday. And you look up and you say, hold up, I'm average. Hold up, I'm above average. And I can tell you, my friends, I worked hard and I was able to get an A out of that physics class. Thank God that he dropped the lowest test grade. Thank you, Jesus, that was grace. But when I got my grade, I went up to him. I said, hey, I guess I'm Morehouse man, huh? Do you know what? He didn't even remember writing that letter. He didn't even remember writing that. Or maybe he pretended like he didn't write it. But I can tell you, my friends, I had to embrace the process. I knew from being raised in the word, I knew that Joseph and Esther and Moses all doubted themselves. They all thought that they were imposters. They all thought that they were not good enough. And you have the same questions, but I'm telling you, we are wonderfully made. Isaiah 40:31 says, but they who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And my friends, so you have to have that word. You have to have that grit. And so my final word to you is this. A lot of times we want the success, but we don't want to embrace the process. We don't want to go through the 4 Ds. We want to go from declare to demonstration. We don't want to go through the distress. We don't want to go through the development. But when you do that, when you understand the process, you can do phenomenal things. My friends, you are never imposters. God does not create imposters. That is the work of the devil. Whether you believe in God or not, I've yet to meet a person that did not believe in the devil. And the devil will attack you. And the devil could be the thoughts in your mind. It could be attacking you, saying that you're an imposter. You're not great. You're no good. But I'm telling you, God does not create imposters, but he's not going to allow you to cheat the process. Embrace the process, and you'll realize that you're not a chicken, you're an eagle, and you can strive and you can be anything that you desire to be. I'm Dr. Tartt. I love you. Take care. God bless.